What the? Yo! Mike, what? How you get in? Mike, what? See, Movie Mike knows I'm not a DJ. So G-Money, you should know you're not a leading man. G-Money, you once was my boom guy. Oh. You know all about the signs. But you do not know what it's like to be a lead. You still could have won an Oscar for a best original song. But instead, you take this lights, camera, action thing as a joke. You think that anybody can be in front on the big screen at IMAX theaters? You're trying to stop me from telling my vision. That's why you're not part of Pandora Productions' film crew. But no matter what, a true star will shine in RWC. And at Homecoming, Movie Mike flips the script, and I tell my vision as the new RWC television channel. Now that's 30K. Oh.
We came to wow. We gonna show up. 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 We came to wow. It's Ring Wars, filling the drought. Show up and show wow. Ring Wars, Carolina. 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 RWC.
I'm ready for this next.
You sure?
Yes.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm so ready. Dude, I can overcome this obstacle. Trust me.
Really? So you're so ready for homecoming. You might be, but is your little buddy J-Swae ready for homecoming? I mean, I came out here today to catch him in action, see what he's been learning, but he's not here today. What's going on?
He took the day off. He earned it.
He earned it?
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything yet. Just like you haven't done anything. You're gonna get crushed by Xander Keys, and I'm gonna destroy your little buddy J-Swae, and it's gonna be your fault for bad training, and it's gonna be your fault for bad managing.
Managing?
Yes. You're the one that signed the contract.
Exactly.
You're the one that signed off on it, and then you allowed him to train somebody when he knows nothing about this business himself here. That's fine. That's fine, because this is gonna probably be the best homecoming that I've ever attended. Okay, and when the dust is settled and smoke is clear, I'm gonna prove once and for all why I am one of the top superstars in Ring Wars, Carolina. So I don't need to say nothing else. I'll see y'all both this weekend at homecoming.
Yeah, this what the people been waiting on, ain't it? If you ain't ready, you ought to be. If you ain't scared, you ought to be, boy. G-Money, who want it? G-Money.
Are you crying?
No.
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball. I don't know who you are. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you, I don't have any money. But what I do have is a particular set of skills. Go! Get to the chopper! Now, about right now, you might be asking yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya? Punk! You're one ugly mother. I need you to do something for me, Jerry. I need you to say, show me the money. Show me the money? Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money! Now that's what a leading man looks like. Movie Mike
says he wants to tell his vision. Well, the only vision you're going to tell Mike is how I ran you that fade and defended my RWC television championship. G-Money's in the house. Watch your mouth.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. You guys heard it. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the RWC Television Championship. Welcome back, wrestling fans, to more Ring Wars Carolina BattleGrounds. Jonathan Darwin, Stephen Hensley, bringing you the second half of Homecoming. We're going to open it up with the RWC Television Championship match. Movie Mike taking on G-Money. Also today, RJ Weaver gets his shot at the Junior Heavyweight Championship against Xander Keys. And our main event, the unsanctioned match between J-Swae and James Anthony.
Movie Mike really soaking it in. Movie Mike asking for quiet. My apologies, Movie Mike.
Yeah, that's
Ain't no clapping on set. All right,
Well, the fans here overcome with their love and support for Movie Mike cannot control themselves.
love and support. Are we even watching the same thing on the monitor?
I mean, you just saw him. That was rows and rows of fans clapping for Movie Mike.
You are definitely watching something else. I don't know what it is, but it is not that.
And Movie Mike really has the swagger of a star, doesn't he? He looks like a star. He acts like a star. When he speaks like a star. Truly impressive man.
Well, I'm not going to take his acting chops away from him. Movie Mike is accomplished in that right. Does carry himself almost like an A-lister. But in that transition to the ring here.
Movie Mike, well, I was going to say finally being shown respect, but again, having to demand quiet from the fans on his set. And to Movie Mike, the ring, his set is sacred in every single way, and he demands respect for it.
Whoa. We're going to talk about sacred things. Let's talk about the way that Movie Mike was disrespectful to G-Money, bribing somebody to get into Foxy 99 Studios and mess with G-Money's personal equipment there.
All due respect to Foxy 99 and their studios, I'd hardly call G-Money's booth a sacred place, Jonathan Darwin.
Well, come on. I tell you what, I'm not going to take anything away from the radio rock star. He knows how to spin those platters like the best of them. And bringing the hype, the RWC Television Champion, G-Money. Now there's somebody getting applause and cheers, Stephen Hensley.
Well, good for him on that one. I understand he's all smiles right now. He feels good clapping hands with the fans. But this situation, this one's been a brewing for a moment now. And Movie Mike, he has a lot of things going in his favor right now. I understand he hasn't defeated per se G-Money, but in 2 contests already, he technically has a victory over him because he did defeat him at the Candy Bowl in the qualifying match, winning that body slam match, and then he went on later to win in that big tag team match when he was paired up with Gemstone against the team of G-Money and Alex Bryant.
Yeah, back in Benson, North Carolina. But the thing is, it was a triple threat match. It was a tag team match. This is a totally different thing being a one-on-one match.
Still, a W is a W.
It'll be interesting to see if Movie Mike can hang one-on-one with G-Money.
It's gonna go like this. No. Hey, yo! You said quiet? I said quiet. You said quiet? I said quiet. Hey, yo!
Definitely no quiet now.
Well, the fans, fickle as they are, switching sides and loyalties as soon as G-Moniy makes his way out here.
Referee backing the champion up. You hear those jeers, Steven.
Undeserved jeers. I mean, what's he done to deserve them?
I'll give you the list later.
And the champion from Boxing 99 by way of Fayetteville, North Carolina, at a weight of 300 pounds, he's the RWC Television Champion, G-Moniy.
G-Moniy acquiring that title in Benson, North Carolina on May 29th when he defeated the Impact player Playboy Alex Bryant to become the new champion.
Fans really latching on to that new catchphrase.
I like it.
You're easy to win over.
Well,
You're what the kids call gullible. Gullible Darwin.
I don't know about that.
We call your trip through the wrestling world Gullible's Travels.
Oh, shame on you.
The referee showing that title to Movie Mike. He's really eyeballing that girl. He's already married that title. He put a ring on it.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Movie Mike can walk out with it. You know, Steve, you were talking about Movie Mike earlier. I mean, this one hasn't even started yet, but Movie Mike has gotten in the head of G-Moniy. So is G-Moniy 100% focused? Or is he a little off tilt by the fact of how Movie Mike has blasphemy touched the equipment of G-Moniy? Well, I guess it's official now that we see an action.
I mean, that's when the cameras are supposed to start rolling. We jumped the gun a little bit, I guess.
According to Movie Mike.
Behind the scenes footage for the documentary, I guess.
The DVD extras.
The documentary that will showcase Movie Mike's championship win today.
Maybe. But right now the fans are thinking that it's all G. Measuring each other up, collar and elbow tie-up, and G-Moniy, hey, with a body slam. That's quick, and, oh, 2 count.
You gotta think maybe that's a callback to one of those losses. One of those was in a body slam match. Of course, where Movie Mike slammed Pecos.
Yeah, a little bit of a cut there, but there ain't gonna be no second takes. We're live, pal.
I think he just told him if that had been you and me one-on-one that day, I would have been the victor.
Yes.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, though. But today is a championship match, and there's no arguing this is a bigger deal than a qualifying match. As big as that opportunity was, today's the championship.
Yeah, and G-Moniy knows it with that good shoulder block taking down Movie Mike. I'll tell you what, G-Money's been in the gym. You see, he's put a little more weight on that frame.
He has. He's getting bigger every day.
Oh, going for the leapfrog, but getting caught instead.
And he is absolutely feeling it right now. You can tell he's out there, he's having fun, he's confident, and he's had an incredible run lately. And you can call it luck, but that's not what it is. He's skilled, he's capable. But today he's in there with a guy who can catch him.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think back to when I started here almost 3 years ago. That man was sitting next to me at a commentary table, and all that he has accomplished since going into the square circle full-time, former tag team champion and 2022 Golden Opportunity Rumble winner.
And once again, calling out to the fans to show his love and get their support. But Movie Mike able to back him up. G, though, running in, well, I was going to say running in after him.
Yeah, but ran into the boot instead now as Movie Mike gets the opportunity to get a little leverage into his favor. Closed fist. Staying on top of G-Moniy Smart covering it up. And I thought Movie Mike was trying to go for a pin though.
And you know what he did there? Normally you see a choke, but at the end there, he was covering the nose and the mouth, John. That's not a chokehold. That's outright smothering the guy.
Yeah, and way to get the oxygen out. There's another way.
And this is playing fast and loose here. The referee, technically, if he wanted to, could disqualify him. That is a foreign object, but the referee allowing some degree of leniency, knowing also, of course, the grudge and the pressure that G's on and has put himself under to win this contest.
Well,
a lot of pride on the line.
Very much so. Also, I don't think G-Moniy just wants to win this in a disqualification. He wants to pay Movie Mike and put this thing to bed once and for all. And closed fist. Movie Mike, I tell you what, he's got G-Moniy grounded. Interesting strategy to apply there.
Man, I don't know that should be unexpected, though.
No.
G's a big guy, and he's got some leverage advantage there, and it's an old adage, but it's always true. We're the same size on the mat. It's a good opportunity for him to neutralize G's biggest strength in this contest, which is his size. He's got the height, he's got the weight, he's got the muscle mass.
Yeah, and G-Moniy able to use that long legs to get up. Well, I was going to say get up, but Movie Mike having none of that. Movie Mike, a little bit of a delay.
He needs to stop feeling
Wait a minute, going for a pin attempt here. 2, no.
And much to my chagrin, Movie Mike fell victim to his own hubris there. He wanted to fill the moment. He was making it happen, but G-Moniy, he's not a guy you can turn your back on. I don't believe he's going to make that mistake again.
No, not at all. Movie Mike knowing he's got to stay on top of G-Moniy now if he wants to become out the new RWC television champion. Going for a clothesline, but not enough of it. Oh, what a knife-edge chop by the champion now, and a jawbreaker as G-Moniy feeling it.
He's really unloading, but did you see him grab the back of his head, John? I think what Movie Mike's done already is enough to put him on tilt. He's really losing his grip on this contest, and he had a great opportunity there. That was a flurry of absolutely effective offense, but all he was able to do after he did it was get himself a separation and a moment to breathe, but he didn't capitalize. He watched Movie Mike walk into him and start to take the contest back.
Yeah, I mean, G-Moniy, a little bit of a worse for wear at the moment, but look at the time that Movie Mike takes. I mean, delay after delay. You're getting G-Moniy a chance to refocus. I mean, granted, yes, the man is sucking wind right now, but G-Moniy can change that in a quick as an eyelash.
Incredible catch of the arm by Movie Mike. Jam, I believe, was just going for a strike there, and he got caught. Good use of leverage on the deltoid, and then turned it around, just pushed him down to the mat when he started pushing the other way.
Yeah.
That was good knowledge of the only ways that G's body could move to get out of that without hurting himself.
And Movie Mike definitely focused now on those body parts like you're talking about, Steve. But look at this. Slowly. And no one home.
Well, Movie Mike perhaps looking for the perfect angle to view the situation. Took too long, though. G coming off the ropes. A spin and a knee strike to the jaw. That could knock him out. 2 count.
Oh.
Nearly had it.
But
nearly had it.
Well, see, Movie Mike is his own worst enemy at this point. Every time G-Moniy has gotten back on offense is because Movie Mike has moved too slow. He has caused every mistake himself. If Movie Mike is smart, he's going to stay on top of G-Moniy, but G-Moniy decided, nope. Gives Movie Mike an elbow, following it up with a second one. Oh, good hands by G-Moniy. The Radio Rockstar, swing and a miss. With that clothesline straight on the mark.
Well, I know that he favors the remix, and he can remix the situation to his advantage in a heartbeat. Nearly stole the victory there.
Yeah.
Movie Mike, for everything he's shown us so far, G-Money's taken the contest back, at least for the moment. And he's still holding on to those ribs, but Movie Mike, he's not getting up to his feet any quicker. This is a good time for G to turn it around.
Yeah, this is the gut check moment of the match. where you see conditioning come into play. And, oh, going for the snaz.
I have never seen that before.
I tell you what, Movie Mike must have learned that on the set somewhere. Holy cow, Movie Mike has got G-Moniy up.
Well, he pancaked him out of a fireman's carry there. Thought he was going to go the other way with a Death Valley driver, but Movie Mike, 2 count, showing us a lot of unique offense here today.
Yeah, double hook of the legs there, but G-Moniy still having gas left in the tank to be able to continue. Movie Mike, well, I thought he was trying to get a little bit of words in with G-Moniy and try to keep G-Moniy off kilter, but okay, so this is the delays we're talking about again here. Movie Mike going for the title. I thought he was going for the little movie thing, and
I'm surprised the referee. Okay, now the referee turns around and telling him no. He's going to say that's a lot of time to get the wind up. And Movie Mike, again, you don't want to do stuff like this and
wait a minute.
the ref.
Got the ref out of position. No one home, though. Movie Mike hits himself with the board. Hit him with the remix.
And if the referee turns around, which he does, 2 count.
That's it.
Here's your winner, and still your RWC Television
Well, I tell you what, Movie Mike did himself in more than once in this match, and that's what cost him today. G-Moniy able to successfully retain the RWC Television Championship.
And Movie Mike gave him everything he could handle. But unfortunately for Movie Mike, and you can argue the way that this turned out in the end, you can argue that G-Moniy won the contest. You can argue that Movie Mike defeated himself by bringing that object in and allowing it to hit him in the head, because that's very much on him. I can't deny that. But at the end of the day, the champion is the champion, and the champion is G-Moniy.
Yeah, and that's a wrap for Movie Mike, as G-Moniy will move on to a bigger horizon now. And with love from the fans here in the King Arena. We'll be back with more Ring Wars Carolina Battlegrounds.
Oh, really? Oh, hell no. Xander Keys, I saw your message. You said that I cannot hang with you, that I'm not worthy to be in that ring with you. But come November 18th, you're going one-on-one for the Junior Heavyweight Championship against the 2023 Candy Bowl winner, Adrenaline RJ Weavers. Now let me calm down. Rip told me to calm down on the adrenaline. Rip told me to calm down. Nah, now it seems like that's been a problem that everybody's been overlooking me. Now, I've been overcoming every obstacle every time I get in that ring. Now this Saturday, November 18th at Homecoming, we're gonna find out if I can really hang.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next matchup is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the RWC Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Welcome back to more Ring Wars Carolina Battlegrounds, ladies and gentlemen. Junior Heavyweight Championship action coming at you now. And a young man who has been on a tear in 2023, Adrenaline RJ Weaver.
And RJ Weaver's got himself a hell of an opportunity today. He's going to be wrestling for the Junior Heavyweight Championship against Xander Keys. And that is a tall task and a high-pressure situation for anyone, let alone a kid who is a rookie to this sport still. However, RJ Weaver, every single time we've seen him out here recently, we find ourselves saying the biggest win of his career.
Yeah, I mean, you look back in September, he defeated Mr. Magnificent to become the #1 challenger for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Wins the 2023 Candy Bowl. Still has another title match in his future, and now a chance to win his first championship here tonight at Homecoming.
Absolutely incredible what this young man's been able to accomplish. play out our junior heavyweight champion, a man who has certainly drawn the ire of the wrestling fans in our community. However, love him or hate him, he is our champion.
Yes, Xander Keys defeating James Anthony back in April at the Dogwood Festival to become the RWC Junior Heavyweight Champion. And I tell you what, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Almost all the advantages when you look at him, size, weight, length, reach, all go to Xander Keys.
Yeah, but you can't take speed and agility away from RJ.
Let's get the official introduction.
Introducing your challenger. From Fayetteville, North Carolina, weighing in at 150 pounds, a gentleman, and the champion. From the greatest city in the world, weighing at 15 and a half stone. He is the RWC Junior Heavyweight Champion, the Wrestling Messiah, Xander Keys.
Well, Xander Keys, the champion, but also slightly full of himself, Steven.
Xander Keys, he's accomplished a lot, and when you accomplish a lot, sometimes it's hard to put a lid on that ego.
Now, Xander Keys, nowhere close to humility.
Well, you try telling a champion not to have an ego. It's not an easy task.
No, not at all.
If it was an easy task to accomplish, a lot of wrestlers would have stayed married. A lot of divorces on the table in this community.
Yeah, that has been well chronicled. And you hear, now while RJ may have the fans behind him, that's only so much. And that shove by Xander Keys, there's the speed you were talking about, Steven, that RJ Weaver's going to have to implement if he wants to become the new champion.
Well, he has got to utilize that speed. That is his tool. That is his ace up his sleeve. His lone ace up his sleeve. His incredible speed and his undeniably inhuman agility.
Good kip up there by the challenger. And he's ready to go at it again against Xander Keys.
And RJ Weaver mocking the champion.
And, oh, I thought he was going to get him with that arm drag, but the power of Xander Keys still too much for RJ Weaver. Good boot, though, by the challenger.
Weaver measuring his opportunity, comes flying.
Ah, gets caught, though.
And this goes back to the advantages you were talking about. Reach, leverage, power, all Xander Keys. Just a little bit of experience to go with that, and it is a huge obstacle for anyone to overcome, let alone a rookie.
Yes. And there's the thing I think about with Xander Keys as well. You talk about accomplished. He's only been wrestling a year, and look at where he's at.
True point. Not really far away from being a fresh-cut rookie himself.
No, not at all. Xander Keys.
But he spent a lot of that time now a champion, John.
And and he's not going to want to relinquish that title at all, or at least easily. And taking his sweet time to get back into that ring. Oh!
Took too much time for RJ Weaver, and RJ, to his credit, staying on top of his opponent, not losing sight of what's on the line at all.
Yeah, and going to work on the lower back and chest of RJ Weaver. Thank goodness for that protective barrier separating the fans and the talent.
This kid is napalm in a jar. He is just waiting to explode. You can't give him the opportunity. There's the agility we were talking about.
Yeah, and Xander Keys thinking he got the best of Weaver. Turn around and find out, sir.
RJ taking his time.
Can you blame him?
I mean, he's looking for his moment. He's got the advantage as he flies off.
And gets caught. Oh, that right into the ring skirt.
Well,
Unforgiving steal.
you asked if I could blame him. I think I can. He could have hit him from behind there. It would have worked. We both know it. With luck, he would have sent Xander Keys sailing into that guardrail, but took too much time against an opponent who is way too capable to go to sleep on.
Yeah, that's very true. And if you notice, Xander Keys, as soon as he took RJ Weaver to task, went in, reset the count, which is why we still got this one going.
And Keys' superior strength on full display here.
Taking his time on the outside, though.
And to your point, he does need to get back in this ring to win the contest.
Yeah, I mean, as much as Xander Keys would be happy retaining the championship, I know he wants to get that win over RJ Weaver and just move on to the next opponent.
Gave him a lot of time to recover, too. And you see RJ Weaver trying to turn things around, slides between the legs, got him hooked in a pump handle here.
Oh, stretching those abdominal muscles for a submission maneuver.
Unique variation of the abdominal stretch, and he's got him tied up. Great octopus hold here.
Tell you what, RJ Weaver definitely a student of the game and been studying to come up with stuff like that.
And an incredible wrestler. You know, a lot of guys that can fly, they literally flip all over the ring, but RJ Weaver, he knows how to wrestle while he flies.
Yeah, and flew right into that foot of the champion as RJ Weaver grasps at his lower back.
Weaver trying to crawl away right now. He knows he's in trouble. Xander Keys still holding on to his own jaw, though.
Oh, stepping on the digits of the challenger. And while they're near the ropes.
And that is just a fantastic scientific step on the hand of RJ Weaver there. That's going to do a
Do
lot.
not start this scientific stuff again, Steve.
I'm just saying, if you take away the phalanges, the flexors, and the extensors from a man, how's he going to grab you?
Fair point.
You know, I went to college.
I know you did.
Graduated, too.
RJ Weaver, though, just a little bit looking at the lights, trying to regain his composure.
And RJ Weaver, right now, now's the time Xander Keys can take a beat. Earlier when he did it, RJ Weaver, he was moving around just fine. He wasn't feeling great, but if you looked in his eyes, you knew he was there. Right now, his eyes are a little cuckoo. If you're going to turn your back on a man, make sure the lucidity isn't there.
That's an amazing point, Stephen.
RJ Weaver still with something to prove, though.
Yeah, but
blocks that.
And I'm wondering how much of that is actually instinctual versus the fact that RJ has full use of his faculties again.
Well, he's put a lot of time into training, and we forget this a lot. But in wrestling, you do a lot of drills. So, yeah, it does go back to your instinct. It's the pregame that he's put into this. RJ Weaver, he goes in the ring, but you better believe he goes in the training sessions.
Absolutely. RJ Weaver, one of the top students at the RWC Academy. Oh, what a knee! Straight to the arm of RJ Weaver.
And he's got him locked up now. And you got to think from this position, well, I was going to say from that position, he could have hit you bye. Instead, though, he's choosing to wear down RJ Weaver. And that is a great full Nelson into a slam. Slams him down on his face. A lot of guys, they do that. They kind of just slam him down their tuchus when they get done with him. But that was a good move by Xander Keys.
Yeah, Xander Keys, good ring awareness to toss his opponent down. And RJ Weaver paying the penalty for it. Going for the cover and a hook of the legs, but still not enough. Frustration sitting in on Xander Keys now.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, but at least for his sake, he's not arguing with the ref. That's wasted breath. You can't get a pinfall that the referee didn't call. Nobody's ever got it in the history of the sport.
No, not at all. And now Xander Keys asking for silence. I think he's going to try to bust open the chest of this young man.
The referee is allowing some degree of latitude. He can choose to step between them while Weaver's backed into that corner there.
Yeah, but it's a championship match, so you want to kind of let it go a little bit. Referee smart to do that as Xander Keys comes in again. And RJ Weaver just collapsing like a house of cards. But Xander Keys' argumentation with the fans here, I don't understand completely.
Well, no love lost there.
No, not at all.
Very storied and documented, not love-hate, but hate relationship between Mr. Keys and the fans. And we'll let you make your own arguments on that.
Yeah, RJ Weaver was trying to get some speed, but Xander Keys just carrying RJ Weaver around like a trash bag taken to the outside. Wait a minute, Weaver though. Oh!
Excellent reversal of the attempted running power slam. And I believe Mr. Keys landed on his head on the way down there.
Yeah, and RJ Weaver trying to get the adrenaline flowing through his body. And
not just a clever nickname.
No, not at all at this point. As RJ Weaver, he needs that adrenaline. He needs to get that energy flowing back up. Because if he doesn't, this could be it for him. I mean, Xander Keys is back up, still shaking out the cobwebs, and RJ Weaver trying to get the momentum in his favor. Swing and, gets the champion down.
A fantastic flying, I believe, lariat there by RJ Weaver has rocked the socks off of Mr. Keys as he picks him up.
Oh, but the power of Keys is count.
That's not.
Oh, no, ring awareness.
That's not power. That was size, friend. He didn't even fight against that. It was the work that he's put into tearing RJ Weaver apart, and it was RJ Weaver's own inability to lift him by proxy of that punishment he's incurred. It was the size there. There was no fighting, Keys. That was just fortunate.
Yeah, and fortunate for RJ that it was. Oh, wait a minute. Going down for the slam. That could be it. New champion. No.
And RJ fought for every bit of that, but you saw it on his face. That took a lot out of him as well.
Oh, it did. Both men expelling a lot of energy in that exchange.
And Weaver pumping himself up, feeding off the crowd, feeding off his own desire to become a champion today. Lying in wait, goes in after Keys. He's got him tied up, flips over. He's got him with a rear waist lock.
But Xander Keys, oh, wait a minute, shoving him into the referee. Nope. Wait.
Good block by Weaver.
The speed of RJ Weaver on display with that elbow, coming back with full force, stops Weaver, and the champion still stumbling, but it's enough. And
well, Xander's got him hooked up. Weaver, though, fighting out of it, realizing where the end could come. Great sliced bread.
Yeah, but RJ Weaver is still expelling a lot of energy. RJ Weaver is saying, I'm going to go for it up top. I'm going to put that exclamation point on it and guarantee I will walk out as the RWC Junior Heavyweight Champ. Oh, gets caught, though, in the knees.
And despite an absolutely beautiful frog splash attempt, RJ Weaver crash landed on that. Xander Keys picks him up. This could be academic, John.
Oh, the Dubai bye-bye.
And RJ Weaver, he's pulling him away from the ropes, hooks the leg.
1, 2, that's all she wrote. Xander Keys' successful retention here at Homecoming.
Well, Xander Keys walking away with an undeniably difficult victory today. RJ Weaver gave him absolutely all that he can handle. And to say that this is a disappointing loss for Mr. Weaver, John, that would be an understatement.
Agreed, but at least RJ Weaver, he could have another bite at the apple, cashing in that Candy Bowl win if he wanted to on Xander Keys. We still have the big main event coming up, folks. James Anthony versus J-Swae in that unsanctioned match. And Xander Keys reveling in the day that is his. But for how much longer?
Wow, we gonna show up. We can't show wow. RWC.
J-Swae moving James Anthony out of the way here. Oh, wait a minute. What in the...
Anthony, I think he's out. And he is.
Yeah, Xander Keys retained.
made a very stupid for yourself. But for the love of all things holy.
Went a little bit too far.
Hey, that kid wanted to make a statement.
Wait a minute.
Oh!
No,
what? He's
are you
entirely
kidding?
willing. What? Are you kidding me? Is he really doing this?
What a...
I want a match with James Anthony.
I can't do a match.
I tell you, I don't know where Dex's head is at this moment.
I can make it an unsanctioned.
Then make it unsanctioned. Make it. I don't care what the stipulation is. I want James Anthony in this ring. I'll never ask you for anything.
Josue, you have your unsanctioned match, sir.
Be sensible. There you go. Look at that. Shaking his hand like a man.
Oh!
What a genius. What a
look
smart man.
I could have sworn there was supposed to be no contact.
He was.
Oh!
Oh, my.
I told you, if you sign this contract, no contact. So you know what? Since you want to do that, the match is off.
What?
You're suspended.
The match is off.
You idiot!
He didn't
Dex
sign
Carter,
the
you might want to
contract.
start looking at notes before you start talking, because James Anthony is the smartest man in professional
look
wrestling.
At that.
The
Now
genius.
he's signing the contract.
What a
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is an unsanctioned match scheduled for one fall. We would like to note at Ring Wars Carolina that we are not liable for any injuries sustained. Coming to the ring first, from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 170 pounds, he is the School of Morton Heavyweight Champion, James Anthony.
Welcome back with more Ring Wars Carolina BattleGrounds, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Darwin here for one of the larger grudge matches I have called in RWC history.
Well, John, there is no disputing that fact. And James Anthony, he brought his son out here today because he's a good father, because he's going to teach his boy how to respond to adversity when a bully is out to get you. J-Swae for months now has been harassing James Anthony through his poor calls during James Anthony's matches, his intentionally poor calls. I'm sorry, but it's been obvious a mile away, and we've seen it in other people's matches. James Anthony is taking a stand for the...
You're gonna be spending the night in the hospital with your brother. You trust me.
And that's a valid point. You should be looking out for your brother's best interests. James Anthony will put him in the hospital.
I don't even know where to start with how many things you just got wrong, Steven.
What did I get wrong?
I don't have time.
J-Swae's been calling matches poorly, intentionally, probably on the take. He's been bullying James Anthony, who keeps a cool head normally.
And his opponent, from Andrew, North Carolina, weighing in at 155 pounds, all day J-Swae.
We'll go ahead and finish your thoughts, Steve, as we wait for J-Swae to... Wait a minute! J-Swae sneaking back in the
Quite
sideway.
literally
Yeah!
out of left field.
Yeah, and straight to the powder of the face. And you know what? Unsanctioned. RWC is absolved of all liability. And you know this one is going to be nothing but a fight, Steve.
So when J-Swae undoubtedly gets injured tonight, it's not going to affect our payday in the long run because no money's flowing out of this company on account of him. He was foolish enough to sign that contract. And you know what else he was foolish enough to do? He was foolish enough to sign it before James Anthony put pen to paper. Let's go back to that contract signing when James Anthony finally turned the tables on the nefarious J-Swae.
Nefarious J-Swae. Wow, you couldn't be more off the mark if you tried.
Am I off the mark? Let me guess, you think Emma's innocent in all this too?
She
That
saved her fiance from getting hit by the chair.
So are you honestly telling me that she did not deserve to get pile drive by my man?
Almost pile drive.
But she deserved to be pile drive.
No, come on. There's zero reason for that to ever think about taking place. Thanks to Dex Carter and Tony Blackman for making sure that that did not happen.
Well, she's the one that put her hands on an athlete. And
She was only trying to protect her fiance. Well, J-Swae now ready to.
if her fiance was a real man, he would have been protecting her instead of causing a problem.
He got hit by James Anthony. Go back and look at the footage. Speaking of getting hit there, steel chair to the back of James Anthony now. I mean, for J-Swae, yes, this is about a match, but that's not a title. This is about respect. This is about honor. This is about standing up for the woman that you love and you pledge that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Those are all adorable words. But I'm looking at that guy and I just don't see this ending well. Yeah, he's doing all right for a few moments with a steel chair, but let's not mistake. James Anthony has been cracked with a steel chair a number of times during his career. That's not going to put him down. That's not going to put him out, especially not from a guy with the strength of a referee. And yeah, he's in shape for a ref. He can move quick for a ref. He's been training with R.J. Weaver. But again, he's been training with R.J. Weaver, a guy that lost earlier tonight. And when he had his chance, his trainer had the chance to fight against James Anthony. Can you remind me who won, Jonathan?
James Anthony.
That's right. So what chance does a guy who's never had a professional match, whose trainer can't defeat the man he's fighting, what chance does he have?
It is a long shot. I'm tongue-tied because of the fact that I am so flustered over the fact that you do not understand because you're not married. You don't know what it means.
Because I don't have emotions because I'm not married. Maybe you're just biased.
I am not biased. J-Swae is doing the honorable thing. Granted, this is a wild and crazy way to go about it, but he's still trying to do the honorable thing.
Yeah, I hear everything you're saying, but you know what else I've noticed? The way Emma looks at James Anthony.
Don't you start that nonsense again. Absolutely not.
My dude, when James Anthony said when he finished up with J-Swae that he'd make a real woman out of her, it's the first time I ever saw her get that rude stink face off her face. She smiled. She's digging what my man's dishing out. She's liking what she's seeing. She's done with J-Swae. That's what I'm seeing. He's been jealous this whole time. That's why he's come after James Anthony and James Anthony's career at every turn. Every way he could harm James Anthony, it's because his wife, Emma, has a wandering eye.
Number one fiance, Emma, and she does not have a wandering eye.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. Why would you finish putting a ring on a woman like her?
Shame on you. Shame on you. And I tell you what, this is just a straight-up brawl at this point. I mean, we've seen almost every conceivable weapon possible. These guys have spent minimal amount of time in the ring. And at this point, James Anthony in complete control.
And James Anthony following after his prey, going for a pinfall there. And that, him going for a pinfall, John, mark my words, it's the most merciful thing he'll be doing to J-Swae all day. It's calling it done.
Well, I think, look, blowing a kiss to Emma. Poor Emma has to sit through this.
I don't know why the camera isn't showing her catching it.
Oh, speaking of catching things, J-Swae catching James Anthony now. And straight to the head. That'll ring your bell.
Well, J-Swae's swinging for the fences for all he's worth. But still, John, that's James Anthony. If this was a ref fight, if he was fighting the other referee in the ring, yeah, he might have even odds of winning this contest. But James Anthony, he is a next-level athlete.
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to take anything. The man's been on Future of Honor and Ring of Honor, current School of Morton heavyweight champion. Yeah, J-Swae's going to have to put the boots to him like he is now and do a lot to keep James Anthony down for the 1, 2, 3.
Well, I applaud the use of a foot across the throat. I think he should have stood on top of James Anthony a little bit longer there. No DQ in this contest. So, you know, Jay could do that against James. He could just choke him and not stop. It's legal. That arm will drop 3 times if you choke him long enough.
Going with Irish whip. Face first into the chair. James Anthony going down.
And you know, I see everything Jace trying to do out here, John. But I gotta tell you, for my money, I see a young man trying to emulate his heroes of hardcore perhaps a little bit too much. His best bet is to grab a hold of James Anthony by the throat while he's prone and not let go. And you might not like what I'm saying, but I truly believe that's the truth.
You know, I mean, you kind of have a point, Steven. I don't go with the tactics that you want to implement, but J-Swae probably needs to throw out everything that he can. Speaking of throwing out, the chair just got thrown out of the ring after it bounced off the head of old J-Swae.
And J-Swae, really, if he gets back on his feet, if he gets his wit about him again, which I don't think is going to happen, he's going to want to make sure he keeps things like steel chairs away from James Anthony. If you're done using it, don't leave it in the ring. Throw it out. If you leave it in the ring, James Anthony, you can bet your bottom dollar, you can bet your house, heck, you can bet your wife, John, he's going to use it.
Well, James Anthony, ever the opportunist, and this thing going back to the outside again here. As James Anthony picks up a weapon or two. And measuring and coming off and hitting J-Swae. James Anthony showing no mercy to J-Swae in this one.
And you got to be honest with me at this point, Jonathan. Looking at the situation J-Swae's in, and I know you're empathetic because you're married, and evidently married people are the only ones that love other people and fight for them, but you feel empathy for him. Looking at him right now, do you think this was a good decision that will benefit him in the long run? There are other ways he could have gone about getting a comeuppance for James Anthony. There are legal channels. He could go through the board. This man could be in a jail cell right now.
I understand where you're coming from. Probably not the most efficient way to go about it, but at the end of the day, J-Swae decided this, and now he's made his bet. He's going to lie in it, and he's going to try to take it to James Anthony.
Sounding a little hoarse, my friend. But you know, this is a chaotic contest. I can't blame you for getting choked up.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to be one of the wildest matches we have ever called in RWC, Steven.
And add on top of that, the personal rivalry of the competitors involved. I mean, this is as personal as it gets. I don't agree with the things that J-Swae or Emma have done to James Anthony, and for him to have the courage to come out here and face them, knowing all the things people like you and the fans are saying about him, that he's the bully. No, he's the misunderstood hero. I couldn't applaud him more, and thank you from the bottom of my heart, Mr. Anthony.
Mr. Anthony with a swing there straight into the head of J-Swae. It looks like James Anthony's trying to set something up. He's got two chairs there. And and there's nothing that can be done.
Not a thing in the world. And he could just keep doing this.
Oh,
He doesn't
and raking
have to,
the eyes, too.
He doesn't have to ever stop choking him until he's ready.
And James Anthony knows that. James Anthony being the tactician that he is now with a knife-edge chop. I'm beginning to think and possibly wonder, what has James Anthony got planned for those two chairs? No, my. Wow, J-Swae blocking it.
Smart by J-Swae. But he's really got to unload on him right here. If James gets that suplex off across those two chairs, forget the match. J-Swae.
Wait a minute, J-Swae reverses, and Anthony goes down on the chairs.
And that can change the complexion of this thing. This can be a game changer.
This is an absolute game changer. You see the way that James Anthony's lower back is being grasped there. J-Swae slow to come over, going for a pin attempt, but not enough. I mean, yeah, that chair shot, or with using the I'm just so flustered right now, Steven, of what we're seeing.
Well, John, let's bring it back full circle to what's happening currently. Flustered as you are by the chaotic nature of this contest, we knew this was going to be violent.
Yes.
I'm amazed it's not a bloodbath, to be perfectly honest. They've been absorbing a lot of chair shots, not just to their body, but particularly to their face and to their skull. And you can't take too many of those and stay in this match. Heck, too many of those, and no matter how skilled you are, even a James Anthony, that can put you on the shelf for a long time.
And have long-term effects. We know that what chair shots can do to the head. It's been well documented now. But I don't think either J-Swae or James Anthony care about that fact at the moment. J-Swae continuing to use the chairs on the lower back of James Anthony.
Yeah, but I hate to nitpick, John, but a spade's a spade. those chair shots, by comparison to what a wrestler can do, they're outright weak. And it's true. You can see it. You've watched a lot of these contests.
Whoa, ladder!
He's putting his heart into this thing. And pulling out this ladder now, pulling out all the stops, hitting James with the ladder, I can't blame him because, quite simply, he's outmatched in this contest. This is a gunslinger showing up to a gunfight without a gun, even with the weapons to compete against James Anthony. If James Anthony didn't pick up the first weapon in that ring, it would still be a death situation for J-Swae, all things considered.
Yeah, J-Swae setting up the ladder into the corner there. I tell you what, I think J-Swae just feels like he's got his mark.
Well, that suplex across those chairs, that did everything in the world for J-Swae.
Oh, no! J-Swae getting tossed into the ladder, came back to bite the kid in the butt.
Unfortunately, one mistake by his opponent doesn't close the book on the match. James Anthony still very much in this thing, and that's what I was saying a while ago. As good as J-Swae is doing for a referee, he is still only a referee.
I mean, training every day, but yes, the young man still has a long way to come to be a wrestler on the RWC roster.
Let's say that's your end goal. I want to be a wrestler. How in the heck do you wrap around your head?
Ah! Right across the spine!
How do you wrap across your mind that the best thing in the world for you to do is to challenge a James Anthony to an unsanctioned, no disqualification, no count-out situation? How can you think debut match, unproven commodity, that's what I want to do?
Look, the whole thing about it is the man is fighting for the woman's honor. It's not about getting a professional debut. It's not about getting that first wrestler victory. It's about going after the man that insulted you and insulted your fiance. Plain and simple.
Wow. It almost sounds like you really believe that.
James Anthony setting the ladder up himself. I tell you what. But look at that. Look how slow James Anthony's moving and grasping at his lower back. The damage has been done to James Anthony.
Yeah, it's undeniably been done. His back has got to be feeling terrible. But at the same time, his odds, they're still looking really good.
Well, the experience factor still coming into play for James Anthony. As James Anthony bringing J-Swae up to Swae's feet. Oh, that big hand right there. I'm wondering what James Anthony's got in the recesses of his mind on what he's going to do with that ladder.
Probably break J-Swae in half. However he does it, that's the end result.
Shoulder rams to the midsection by James Anthony now. And J-Swae in trouble. The abdominal cavity of J-Swae collapsing. Reversal. Anthony, oh my, up and over. That.
Well, I think Anthony was trying to use his agility there to turn that thing around, but it did not work out well for him at all. J-Swae sent him in there with just enough force, just enough speed, that there was no way to catch yourself.
No, the forward momentum of James Anthony kept him going, and that's what, and to have Anthony land on the outside.
And that centripetal motion working against you.
J-Swae knows that. And now here's the thing, though, Steve. As much as it's no count-out, no disqualification, you still have to get your opponent in the ring for the pin. It is not a falls count anywhere match. No! 2 count, though.
James Anthony still fighting very valiantly for his honor.
His honor.
J-Swae and that hussy cheering on her husband are not going to brand James Anthony alone with a scarlet letter without a man behind this desk to show his support.
Oh, low blow by Anthony. 100% legal in the unsanctioned match.
Well, if ever a guy deserved one.
And the specialized drop kick of James Anthony, super kick that James Anthony is so well known for.
And he's turning over that victimizer, J-Swae. Nearly got the win.
Still not enough there, though.
And you know right now, James Anthony's son has got to be so proud of his father. fighting through all the adversity, against all the hate in this building from the fans.
Oh, turnabout is fair play. J-Swae gets a DDT off right on the steel chair. Cover that man, sir.
You lowlife! Don't you know?
OJ J-Swae gets the victory.
Are you? No, are you?
We hear the official word.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
That's kind of a bold exaggeration, Steven.
This was James Anthony's match. This was his match to win, not J-Swae's. I suppose you loved it.
Are you crying?
Shut up.
J-Swae victorious. And what a feather in the cap of this young man to have a win over James Anthony. And Emma has to be beaming now about her fiance, OJ J-Swae getting the W. And here come the men to help him celebrate. Alex Bryant, RJ Weaver,
John, what happened?
Rip Cannon.
What just happened here for J-Swae, as crooked as it was, as much as it breaks my heart, as much as it was an undeniable miracle, it was his victory. And I can't take that away from him as much as he deserves to have it taken away from him.
You know what? We're going to start wrapping this one up. Don't forget to look up Ring Wars Carolina on Instagram. Check us out on King Network TV. And if you haven't gone over to the YouTube channel yet, Ring Wars Carolina TV, subscribe, hit the notification bell. What a beautiful embrace there and a kiss to follow it up.
I think I'm sick.
Stephen Hensley, Jonathan Darwin saying thank you for joining us. We will see you next time for more Ring Wars Carolina BattleGrounds.